right, guys, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, March 27th. We are in the Chick-fil-A studios. Before we go any further, though, I want to wish my wife a happy 16th anniversary. I wore this shirt in honor of her. She hasn't quit on me yet. Don't quit on me, babe. I love you. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for being an amazing wife, an amazing mother, all that good stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't deserve you, so thank you. Just realized thank you. Just kind of realized how much I really do love my wife, and it kind of hit me right there. So anyway, moving on. I'm very happy to have you here because you are a personal friend of mine. You take great care of my family. For like the 6 people in town that may not know who you are, would you mind introducing yourself and letting us know who you were here with, sir?
Absolutely. So I am Dr. Mark Besancon. I am with Crossroads Veterinary Clinic, and we recently brought in Nexus Veterinary Specialists, so we do offer both a general practice and specialty service to the Victoria area. And I also just recently started DrMark.Vet. It's kind of more of a personal thing I'm doing on the side, and definitely want to talk about that today.
Yes, sir. Well, I've been really excited to see your growth over the years because you started in that small, kind of older, broken down building over there, but you guys hustled, you made it work, you grew, and now you have that beautiful facility and all that. And one more time, thank you again for taking care of my family and all of our pets because we hit you up a lot. I feel like one of these days we're going to build the Shaw Wing at that place. But we really do appreciate you. But like you said, that's not why you're here today. You started another personal venture that's really special to you, and I think it's also helping to help people's hearts and really touching on a pet area that a lot of people may not know exists, and they can find info and knowledge. And so what do you have going on?
Yeah, so I graduated in 2005 from veterinary school, so I've been doing this 18 years now, and did the clinical part for these 18 years and learned a lot. And so what I want to do is really share that knowledge, not only from a patient to client standpoint, but even veterinarian to veterinarian. And so I've developed or created this company called DrMark.Vet. Simple name. The name of the company is the website.
Yep.
So
keep it simple.
Made it simple, and really it kind of is divided into about 4 different aspects. So one is an education aspect where we're going to put out videos, educational videos. This kind of blends in with the podcast that I've started, Heart to Bark, which has been amazing. We've had a lot of great feedback from that. Then I have more of a consulting side. We're helping basically key companies in the vet world market their product and actually helping them do research. So we're doing pilot studies for them. We're gathering data because I have access to these animals that we're actually working through shelters as well. So it's a win-win for everybody. They're getting their data, shelters are getting services done, and it's definitely been working out. And then I have, I designed that clinic that we're in, and so just sharing the knowledge of design of clinics with anybody that might be veterinarians again, that might be building a facility to help with that. So, and then obviously the vet aspect of vet medicine.
Well, I think that's very neat that because I would assume the vet field is like any other field. Technology is evolving rapidly.
Huge.
And that you guys are sharing that information with each other and you having specifically a place, like you said, to test these things and to, hey, this has been working great for the last 5 years, this not so much. And then finding an outlet where you can share that information and get that out to the people. I know just personally how much I rely on you for information, and so having this to be able to go to look this up when you're at work or something like that, or I'm just sitting in the comfort of my home.
Absolutely.
It's really nice.
Yeah, and so even the last component is an innovation component. So I'm very mechanically minded, wanted to do bioengineering whenever I was in undergrad. And so I have several products that are in the pipeline, several that are already released, and many of them are just to aim to improve how we practice vet medicine and things like that. So actually be on the lookout. We have several of them coming out that here in the next couple months.
Outstanding. And then your podcast is doing really well also.
It is.
Because you hit a lot of the topics that people want to know about, but they, we were talking off camera, euthanization. That was a tough one for me. When it hit, I didn't know what to do. And you were my emergency phone call, and it was the first time as an adult I'd lost a pet, and I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't know what to do, and you really helped me through that process. And as a friend and a vet, but it was scary. It sucked.
And you're not the only one.
Yes, sir.
Heart to Bark was a podcast that we came up with that is just another part of the whole DrMark.Vet complex that we wanted to put the information out there and talk about the sensitive subjects. So we also put out, hey, send us your topics, send us what you want to hear about, and we'll talk about it. And from the very first podcast, number one, it was, I want to know euthanasia, the grieving process. And I kept getting that over and over and over. And so now podcasts 12 and 13 are about euthanasia, when is it time, and then the grieving process. And I brought on Dr. Karen Reedus. She's a psychologist, retired in town here, and we talked for an hour. That was our longest podcast, actually. You know, and I went through and I was like, do I edit this down to my 20, 30 minutes, or do I just let it go? And you know what? I just let it go.
Yeah.
And you know, it's such a sensitive subject. I'm like, I'm not going to cut anything out. I want them to hear it all.
Right.
So, you know, and we're going to have a lot of those. So, you know, definitely reach out, DrMark.Vet, and let us know if you have any topics, because you know we want to talk about them.
Well, and that's one of the things I do appreciate you for, because I've asked you all sorts of goofy and ridiculous questions over the years, and if I read something on the internet, I take it, hey, what do you think of this, and what are your thoughts on this?
I get your messages.
Yeah, and
do I do this? No.
You know, but I appreciate the time that you answer.
Right.
You know, and because I know you have about 10 million other things going on, and it's, you know, but that's your whole place, man. That's you. That's the people that work for you. That's it. Everybody's that way, and so it's very great. We're very grateful and appreciative. One more time, how can everybody, if they want to follow this, if they want to listen to your, get this information, listen to your podcast, how can they do so?
So the best way is go to the website, DrMark.Vet. It is going to list and describe everything, but we are on the social outlets, Instagram, Facebook, and I think we just started Pinterest. So, so DrMark.Vet, just search that and it's going to bring it up. That's my handle for pretty much all of these sites.
Outstanding. And if they need to book something for Crossroads, they can just call over there as well and get that going.
Absolutely.
Outstanding. Still taking new clients.
Always.
Always. Good deal. Well, Dr. Mark, again, thank you on a very personal level for all that you do. You brought a lot of healing to our home and a lot of help, and we're very grateful. And guys, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with our next guest. I love the taste of the holidays, and when I'm in the mood for a warm-up, I order a cup full of cozy chicken tortilla soup. It's hearty, spicy, and creamy. These holiday menu items are only available for a limited time. Good thing I already ordered mine on my Chick-fil-A app through team member delivery.
All right, so first we take our venison, run it through the grinder, get it nice and ground up, ready for the sausage. Next, we've got all our pork all cubed up, ready to go. Run that through the grinder, equal parts. 25 pounds pork, 25 pounds of venison. Now that we've got those all mixed up, we're gonna go ahead and add our seasoning. We're gonna go ahead and just give that a good mixy mix. Get all your pork, venison, and seasoning all blended together. And get your jalapenos, cut the tops off of them, and then dice them up real fine. Toss those into your mix. Next, rain your cheese in. Don't put it in, rain it in. And give all that a good mixy mix. Now let's load it all up into our stuffer. Once you've got all your sausage cased up, we're gonna go ahead and do the skip link. Make a link, skip a link, spin it forwards. The next time you link it, you're gonna spin it backwards.
Awesome. Looks like my Chick-fil-A delivery has arrived. Guys, I'm gonna dig into this, but don't forget this is only available for a limited time, so get yours ordered today. All right, guys, we are back. As you can tell, we have a full panel of guests today. Really excited about it, because we got some four-legged guests as well, which is always my favorite, but I'm not gonna get out ahead of myself. I'm gonna slow down. And young lady, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself. Let them know who you're here with, and we'll just go down the line.
Donna Garza, Director of Professional Services at Jackson County Hospital District.
Lance Smiga, CEO of Jackson County Hospital.
Brooke Moore, Assistant EMS Director for Jackson County Hospital District EMS.
And James Sudik, I'm the EMS Director for the hospital district.
And I have to have an introduction to these two.
The male black and white mural here is Apollo.
And this is Nova, his sister.
Outstanding, outstanding. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We're really excited to have you. I know you guys have a lot going on, and there's a lot that you do. So before we get to this, excellent event that you guys have going on, Tell me a little bit about who you all are, what services you have, and all that, and then we'll get to this awesome event here.
We're the local community hospital where we have inpatient and outpatient services. We have a rural health clinic right next door. Across town, we have home health and EMS services, as well as an EMS department in Ganado.
Outstanding. And obviously you guys are community outreach is important to you and getting out into the community, and that kind of leads into this awesome event that you guys have coming up, the Jackson County Health and Safety Expo. Talk to me a little bit about this. What is this thing? Why do I need to go to it? And you had me at free lunch. I saw that, so I'm already like, you got my attention. But let's talk a little bit about this and what you guys have going on and what the public can learn from this.
Yeah, since the hospital is the heartbeat of our community, people come to us to gather information, not only about their health, but their safety as well. So we thought this event would be a prime opportunity to bring two topics together where we could educate our community and show them what we have available to them in the 7-county area. So we have a lot of vendors that are set up to come. It'll be starting at 11 a.m. Wednesday, April the 12th, and it will last until 4 p.m. We have exciting events that will happen throughout the day. Bingo for all of our senior citizens. We have lunch that will be provided for everyone. And then they'll get to visit one-on-one with the vendors that are going to be there.
A lot of that is that networking that's so good, because you have all these different vendors there, and you can learn a little bit from each one, or a lot of times just find out they existed. You may not know that, and you get there and you're like, I didn't even know you guys had this. And so that's, and then the bingo. I know you said for seniors, but what if I wanted to play? Could I sneak a game in there?
Yes,
Okay,
sure.
good. I'm doing a little good luck here and stuff. And so, but all joking aside, knowledge is really key in these things, and that's one of the things I'm assuming you guys really want to get out there is letting them know that you have these services, but also providing information to them and letting them know, like, hey, there's resources out here available to you all, and what a fun way to do it with lunch and door prizes and bingo. That's an excellent way to do it. Tell me about the dogs here. What role are they playing in all this? And because I really want them. Just to be honest, I would love to babysit for you here on these if you need somebody, but these are support animals, and these are the ones that you can actually come up and pet. It's not like a police canine where don't go try to give it a kiss because it may not work out well for you. But these you can love on, you can kiss on. And what kind of role do they play, and what's their, I don't want to say what's their value, that's not a terrible, but what do they bring to the table as a support animal?
So they will be therapy dogs. Right now they're in training. And it'll be a while before they complete their training, but once they're fully completed with training, they'll become certified therapy dogs. Therapy dogs started a while back, but they are traditionally seen in hospital settings and out in the community, whether it's in the schools or nursing homes, just in general. They provide really emotional support, and people connect well with animals. So that's their primary role and responsibility, is just to make that initial positive interaction and connection with whether it's a patient or a community member. Well,
I know just in this packed studio today, they immediately softened everybody when they walked in, and everybody was like, ooh, dogs, and we all just kind of gravitated, and I know that that's something that when I'm stressed out or whatever, that they bring me calmness and calm that anxiety and stuff. And so I'm glad to have them here, and I'm glad that they're working on helping people, because that's a neat thing. Looping back to this, Wednesday, April 12th, where's it going to be located at?
At the Jackson County Services Building.
Good deal.
411 North Wells in Edna. That's right next to the museum and the Edna HEB.
Good deal. And sir, what am I forgetting to tell people here? If you had to sum this up from 30,000 feet, your elevator pitch, what am I forgetting to tell people? Why do they need to come to this thing? Why is it important for them to be out there at it?
We get questions on a daily basis of who provides what services around the county and the Golden Crescent area, and this is a great opportunity to come out and see all of that in one place at one time.
Absolutely. What is the best way if people have questions for y'all about this event, or just in general, if they want to reach out and and reach out to you guys on your services, or even for this event, what is the best way to follow you all and keep up with what you're doing and follow these great events that you have going on?
They can find information about this event and about our hospital district on our Facebook page, jchd.org. They can call me at the hospital, 361-782-7800. And if you have questions or you would like to be a vendor for the event, we're still accepting vendors at the event. Currently, we have about 61 signed up.
Wow, wonderful,
So it's going to be
wonderful.
a large event. We did invite the area school districts, so they'll be busing kids from the different schools there as an educational opportunity. We will have special guest speakers available. The Golden Crescent Regional Planning Commission will be speaking on all of the programs that they have available for people of all ages. And so we just want to get this out to the community, invite everyone. Even if you're not from Jackson County, we invite you, because there's going to be a lot of vendors there that a lot of people need to know about. For example, there'll be a vendor there with security systems and be offering different security systems for people of all ages, from children to senior citizens. So that's typically not an area you would connect with health and safety, but it really is.
Absolutely.
Because
Yes, ma'am.
it protects them.
No, and I think it's wise to encourage visiting outside of just the Victoria area, into, you know, everybody crossing and sharing that information and knowledge with each other, because you guys may have stumbled upon something we haven't, or vice versa, and I'm all about sharing the wealth and knowledge on that. And so, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody being here. Again, Wednesday, April 12th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Jackson County Services Building Auditorium. Am I forgetting anything, guys? Well, we appreciate you all coming. Apollo, Nova, it's been outstanding. I just talked you right to sleep there, but we're still glad to have you. You guys did a great job. We will take a quick break for our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
All right, guys, we are back with our next guest, and you probably know them already. You have probably seen them all over the Golden Crescent doing stuff, but just in case you haven't, young lady, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself, let them know who you're here with, and we'll just go right on down the line.
So my name is Monica Rodriguez, and I am with Golden Crescent CASA, and I'm the Community Engagement Specialist.
Wonderful. And you, my friend?
Hi, I'm Tim Hornbeck. I'm the Executive Director for Golden Crescent CASA.
Outstanding. Well, like I said, we appreciate what you guys do in the community, and we have an awesome event coming up that I can't wait to get to. But for those that may not know what CASA is or what you guys do, let's talk a little bit about that. You know, what is you all's mission? Kind of what purpose do you play in the community, and why is it such an important resource for us?
So we are court-appointed special advocates. When the child is removed from their home due to abuse, the judge appoints an advocate to the child. So they're able to visit the child. They meet with the family members, with the foster parents, social workers, anybody involved with the child, and then they give any recommendations back to the judge. And of course, our goal is reunification for the child to go back to the home when safe and possible, of course.
Yes, ma'am. So it's really, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, and I just wanted to add that the advocates are community members. We recruit and train folks to become a guardian ad litem. It doesn't mean you're going to take a child into your home, but you're going to advocate for a child's best interest. So currently we've got about, 63 volunteers on the ground working with children.
Wow.
Yes, we do.
And I can only imagine how important that is, you know, because sometimes kids, they don't want to talk to mom or dad, or, you know, and they need that extra adult to talk to, or just somebody to feel like they're important and listening to them, and an outlet and stuff. And I know several people that volunteer with you guys, and they all tell me the same thing, that like how much it helps them to help these kids, and how, you know, once they start, they're like, I just want to do more, and I want to do more. And it really touches their heart to try to heal hearts and be a part of that, you know, and I thank you all for doing this, because I know how important it is. And like I said, the volunteers that I've talked to, they tell me how much this means to them, and how much they enjoy trying to help these children. So thank you for that. You know, I hope you guys know the role that you play. That said, you guys have a cool event coming up here. Tell me a little bit about this. It's Tuesday, April 4th, but what is this? The first annual volunteer fair. Talk to me.
Yes, so this is our first year hosting a volunteer fair. So in April, it's Child Abuse Prevention Month. So we are kicking it off with volunteer fairs. We are inviting other organizations in the community just to share what volunteer opportunities they have. We have about 9 organizations. We have Hope of South Texas joining us, Meals on Wheels, Divinity Family Services, The Harbor, New Century Hospice, Belong, the Food Bank, Dorothy O'Connor, and we also have Inc. Early Head Start. So they will be there sharing what volunteer opportunities they have. And we are offering it from 10 to 2. And we're offering that for the reason that if you're available to come volunteer, come in at that hour. We know you'll be available to help us out, even if you can't volunteer with us. But there's other volunteer opportunities in the community to help out.
That's what I was going to say. It's so cool about this, and correct me if I'm wrong here. So I know I want to volunteer. I want to give back to my community, but I don't know necessarily where I want to volunteer at because there's so many different great groups.
Yes,
you
there
guys
is.
have put, what did you say, 8, 9 of these things under one roof together,
Yes.
and now I can go and I can talk to all them, and I don't have to just volunteer for one. I can go and, hey, I like you guys. I like what you're doing. I also happen to like Dorothy O'Connor a lot and all of these great organizations.
Yes.
So that's a really unique opportunity to put everybody under one roof and network that way and walk around and kind of, high tide raises all ships there, and we're all there together. So I love this idea. I think it's a great idea and makes it simple to find somebody to help to serve your community with. And so,
Absolutely, yes.
well done on the idea. I think it's brilliant. I think this is an excellent idea. And let's say I come to this thing and it goes super well, and I decide I want to join CASA. This is for me, but I feel like I need some new volunteer training. What do I do from there?
Well, perfect timing.
I
So
was hoping this went led somewhere here.
yes,
Boom,
it will.
talk to me.
So April, in April
Mm-hmm.
18th, we are going to start our new volunteer training. So we do have training for our new volunteers that come in. So on April 18th, 20th, 25th, and 27th, we will be having new volunteer training at the crossing from 5:30 to 8:30. So some of us that work full time, we still can accommodate you, and you could come in the evening.
Awesome. So as smart as I think I am, I don't have to be fully trained to show up. You guys are going to take care of
Yes.
that. You're going to teach me what I need to know, huh?
Yes.
Good deal.
I will teach you everything you need. And then we also have volunteer supervisors. So once you're done with training with us, you always have a supervisor to join you through the whole process. Hold your hand until you're ready to do it on your own.
Awesome. And I'm getting out a little ahead of us, but I know out in May, too, you guys have a Mother's Day brunch that's coming up that we want to tease a little bit. May 13th.
Yes, we do.
That'll be a cool event that you guys are doing.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. It's May 13th, Saturday, May 13th, the day before Mother's Day, so you can get your practice on for Mother's Day.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be at the Victoria Country Club. It's from 11 to 2, and we've got several things going on that day. We have a style show going on from local boutiques. We're also going to have Stephanie Ross performing. We have a great raffle, a great piece of jewelry from Deutsch & Deutsch we'll be raffling off. And also we have a Bloody Mary bar. We have a buffet featuring eggs Benedict and waffles. There's silent and live auctions. There's all kinds of things happening between that time
I
span.
love it.
Yeah.
Way to go. So if I was on the fence, and again, I was thinking about joining CASA, and I don't know, I'm nervous, all that. What's the pitch? Why should I join? Why do I need to be a part of CASA and this awesome mission that you guys have in the community?
Well, we have children out there that need a voice. So we ask our volunteers, we appreciate everything that the volunteers do for us, but you will be the voice for a child that is in need.
And I would kind of argue that a lot of times, you go into it thinking, hey, I'm here to help this kid, and you are, but you walk out with your heart touched, and you find yourself that there's healing there for you as well, and there's love there for you as well, and it's just, the world can be an ugly place, and it's a good way to show love and kindness
Yes.
and compassion, and so I can't recommend it enough. I appreciate you guys, appreciate what you do. Tuesday, April 4th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Junior League of Victoria, 202 Main Street is the first annual volunteer fair. Again, I think that is a brilliant idea. Well done on that. I think it's going to be a huge success. Appreciate you guys letting us know about it. Anything I'm forgetting?
And our volunteer training, so I hope that you'll join us for that.
Yeah. So, yep. And then
we do need some more folks to join us as a CASA volunteer. The training is 4 nights. It's going to be about 30 hours worth of training. You've got some great folks going to walk you through that process, and then we'll be able to get you set up with some kids, making sure that their voices are heard in the foster care system. And we're also going to reach out and help their parents too. Sometimes parents need support to build that stronger, supportive family. So that's the role of the volunteer. We're going to get out there and help our community. Every volunteer wants to help a child, and you're helping a child and you're helping our community at the same time.
Outstanding. Well, guys, again, thank you so much for all that you do. We really, really do appreciate it. Let's take a quick break for our sponsors, and we'll be right back, guys.
I'm David Murphy with Chick-fil-A Victoria. Chick-fil-A made its debut in Victoria, Texas way back in 1980 with our first restaurant in Victoria Mall. 20 years later, our first freestanding location opened at Whispering Creek. Fast forward another 20 years and our licensed location opened inside the UHV University Commons. Next is our biggest endeavor yet, a massive new restaurant taking up an entire city block on Rio Grande. When it opens, we will have grown our Chick-fil-A Victoria family from 20 team members back in 1980 to more than 250 dedicated and caring people who are proud to serve our guests and community by building lasting relationships and creating unforgettable experiences. It is our pleasure to serve you, Victoria.
All right, guys. All right, gang. We are back with our final group. These ladies do a ton. I'm not even going to try to tell you all the stuff that they do. I'm just going to let them do it. Young lady, if you wouldn't mind, introduce yourself. Let them know who you're here with and what you guys do, a little bit of what you guys do.
Okay, so my name is Amanda Wendell, and I am president of Pain to Purpose. We are a nonprofit organization here in Victoria. We serve the Golden Crescent area and actually 30 counties, and we provide luggage, towel sets, and toiletry items to kids in foster care.
Awesome, awesome. Young lady, right down the line.
I'm Megan Gum. I'm Executive Director of Hope of South Texas. We are also a nonprofit. We work with law enforcement, CPS, the District Attorney's Office, and we receive allegations of physical abuse, sexual abuse, and we perform the forensic interviews, and we provide the trauma-focused therapy to the kids. And so we work with Golden Crescent Children's Project, and our goal is to get awareness out about ways to prevent child abuse and how families and the community, that there's things that we can put in place where children do not have to be abused. They deserve a life free of abuse. And we also had some events as well. Like we have the April 1st is our kickoff event at the Hope Center, and we're also doing a 5K on April 29th.
Outstanding. I can't wait to get to all that. Young lady, what do you got going? Talk to me over there. I had to keep you quiet because you've been so chatty here, but it's your time now. Let's hear it, girl. Let's hear it.
So my name is Cynthia Ramirez. I'm the community liaison for the East region of SGRC Belong. SGRC Belong is a new nonprofit organization, has been existed for about 1.5 years. We are contracted through the state of Texas. We are working with children in foster care, as legislation has voted that children, that foster care in Texas will be under nonprofit organizations. So Belong is the organization for the South Central Hill Country part of the state of Texas.
Wonderful.
So we're
wonderful.
here working with children in foster care, trying to kinship placement, children that are placed with relatives, as well as foster homes, just to offer extra support and just do things a little bit different.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate you guys, and I think it's kind of neat. You know, you're 3 different organizations, but yet here we are here together. What are you guys joining forces for? What is going on? Tell me all about it, and because I think it's a brilliant idea. And so, talk to me. What do you guys have going on? If I can get it out there.
So sure. So one of the things that we did, there's probably about 25 total organizations, agencies, and nonprofits, and we actually created the Golden Crescent Children's Project. We all have the same goal in mind of wanting to help the children in our area. So everyone does a little something different, but we come together to make a complete wheel and make all that happen. So we have Child Abuse Awareness Month coming up April 1st through the 30th. And we have a lot of things going on for that. And then, of course, we have Blue Ribbon Week, where we ask the community to change their outside light to a blue. They dress differently. We have April 3rd is Go Blue Day. April 4th is Shine a Light on Child Abuse, wear neon colors. April 5th is Wear Your Clothes Backwards Day. April 6th is Twin Day, Dress Like a Friend. And April 7th is Wake Up to Child Abuse, and it's Pajama Day. And so last year we had a lot of agencies, organizations, businesses actually participated. They sent us pictures. We put it out on the Facebook. So it was a really great way to get the community involved. Downtown, we will have ribbons tied around like the gazebo area, around the lamppost, down at the Sheriff's Department, City Hall. They will also be changing the white lights downtown to blue.
Wonderful.
And so we'll be doing that. And then we also have these ribbons for sale. The proceeds to this will actually go to the awareness for next month. On April 3rd, and we invite everyone to come down April 3rd at 4 o'clock. If you'll come down to the corner of North and Main, we'll be setting up a display of kid cutouts that represent every child in Victoria County that has been removed due to abuse and neglect. It is a very humbling site to see when that display is actually set up.
Absolutely, no, and we appreciate you guys for that. And I've, looking through here, the fact that it is Child Abuse Awareness Month, you guys have like 632 activities going on, and so there's a whole lot, and it's awesome as every one of these is. We couldn't get through every one, so if I wanted to follow you guys, if I wanted to be able to go to all 627 of these events, where do I look? What's the best place to keep up with all that you guys have going on for these 3 great groups, and what's the best way for me to do so?
Well, you can follow on Golden Crescent Children's Project Facebook page.
Okay.
You can follow
Hope Child Advocacy Center page.
And we need to follow your page too if you got one.
SGRC Belong also has a Facebook page as well for these activities, because it's not just in Victoria County, it is the whole Golden Crescent area.
No, and again, I appreciate that, more people can cover more ground, and instead of everybody being territorial and like, hey, you do your thing, I'm going to do mine, don't look over here, and all that, I appreciate that you guys are working together. I always think you'll cover more ground that way, you'll reach more people, and it just shows it shows camaraderie, and it's cool. I like seeing it. And so, what am I forgetting to tell people? Is there anything? I'm good at forgetting stuff, so what am I forgetting? Or did I just nail this and get it all right the first go around?
April 3rd is the siren. They're sounding, law enforcement first responders are sounding off their sirens at the Patty Dodson parking lot.
Ah, okay.
Encouraging people to honk their horn. It's going to be at noon, and it's just to raise awareness, just kind of kicking off raising awareness about child abuse.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, thank you so much for all that you guys do in the community and helping children. It really is appreciated. Blue Ribbon Week, especially, this is a good one. And we can go to you all's Facebook pages to find all this information. Make sure you go to some of these events. These things a lot of time and effort has gone into setting these things up, and things like the fire truck sound off and all that. Those are cool things. Yeah. And the kids like that. Take your kids out there, let them watch it. My son loves fire trucks. He loves all that stuff. So way to go. Ladies, thank you. I appreciate all that you do. We're going to take a quick break, go to a commercial, and then I'm going to come back with the middle of the week. But appreciate you guys. Thank you for what you do. Make sure you get out and support them. We'll be right back with the middle of the week. All right, guys, we are back with our favorite segment, the middle of the week, with the Chopping Block Victoria. They do an amazing job. John wasn't able to join us this week, but we got my buddy right here, Robert. He also is on the Smoke Eaters Barbecue team. If you think you recognize him, you probably do. But today, he is bringing us something delicious from the chopping block, as usual. What do we got, my friend?
So we have here is a stuffed Terrace Major. It comes from the shoulder area of the cow. It's the second most tender meat in the cow besides the tenderloin. We have it stuffed with spinach, Parmesan cheese, and sun-dried tomatoes, and we have them ready and available at the shop.
Man, it looks delicious, and I learned something. I did not know this existed until today. I walked over, I was like, is that a pork tenderloin? And I was completely wrong and had it wrong, and this is way more delicious. Yep. And so, you said, again, this is the second most tender part of the cow there? I didn't even know that. And so, can I go ahead and jump in and steal one of these bites?
You sure can.
Will you have one with me here?
Sure, I will.
I don't want to eat on camera by myself, Oh, man. The tender was kind of an understatement there. Like that, wow, man. And so, hold on. I got to finish this bite. One more, you got to say the name of it for me, though, because I'm going to butcher that. One more time, what was this?
Terrace Major.
Terrace Major.
Yes, sir.
Guys, get out to the chopping block. Terrace Major. Didn't even know this existed. It is delicious. It is super tender. Golly, man. Good stuff. That stuffing makes all the difference in the world. There's like 15 different flavors going on right now. I'm supposed to end this series, but I can't because this is so good. Guys, the Chopping Block Victoria, get out there, check them out. It's delicious. I'm taking this home with me for my anniversary. Thank you, my brother.
You're welcome.
We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.